welcome to another Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. Today is all Magic the Gathering. It's all Universes Beyond. It's all Doctor Who. And it's all Commander decks. How about that? I did an earlier video that I will put a link to in the description where I go into a little bit more detail about my love affair, on and off again relationship with Magic the Gathering and the current status of that. And that is in the unboxing of the Commander deck, Masters of Evil, which is the baddies in this cycle. And there are 4 Commander decks, of which I have, as of the filming of this, 3. So spoiler alert, you're due to see yet another one today. This one here is a Blast from the Past. And this Commander deck is going to have the first 8 Doctors. If you're not a Doctor Who fan, then why are you watching this? No, if you're not a Doctor Who fan, there is the Doctor Who is a series in which there is a Time Lord, a time-traveling Time Lord that can regenerate. You know, that when it comes to the end of its kind of life or its turn at being Doctor, it will pass and regenerate into another Doctor. And the original series kind of made a kind of a reference that there was only 12 regenerations, but they kind of blew through that because they're now on just finished Doctor 13 and they're getting ready to introduce the 14th Doctor. So, but this deck deals with the first 8 Doctors, of which, you know, the 4th Doctor might be one of the most notable of the Doctors. This I think it was the longest running Doctor and is kind of iconic in the Doctor Who series. The series kind of went on a hiatus and then came back with the 9th Doctor, who only lasted a year, and then they had the 10th Doctor, which is kind of a fan favorite, and then the 11th Doctor kind of grows on you, and then the 12th Doctor was definitely different, a lot more serious and somber, but yet, you know, kind of quirky at times, and I really liked the 12th Doctor. And then the 13th Doctor was the first female. Well, there are other female Doctors, as the 13th series will show you, but that was the first one that had her own series, so to speak, or stay. And the Doctors tend to go about 2 years, 2 to 3 years, I guess, for the most part. But the 4th Doctor, I think, went longer than that. So anyway, so let's get into this Commander deck here. There is the back of it. Talks about the 4th Doctor and reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. You can see right there. And they have this new Plane Chase, which you have these new cards for, that kind of throw a wrinkle into the Commander play. And in the previous video, I was like, after I was getting ready to throw the box away, I found a die in there. I was like, what the heck's this die? And now I found out it is the Plane Chase die. You have to use that die with these cards to kind of throw a different wrinkle into the mix. But enough of all that. You want to see what is in the box. You want to see what cards are in here. And I'm probably not going to go card by card, but I'll try to go through some of them. And then pull out the stuff here. There's got to be an easier way to get this out. I probably should go from the bottom, right? Yeah, that's too easy. Okay, that's the box there. These are the Plane Chase cards that come with it. And plus you get a booster that just has, I think that's 2 cards in it. It's a sample booster. Pretty pricey if you want to buy these online, a regular booster pack. And then these are the different cards. We'll go into these Plane Chase cards until they start talking about them. Pull out a little bit so you can see a little bit of what this is about. Pyramid of Mars, Caught in the Parallel Universe, Guardians of the Tranquil Repose. That's kind of cool looking. That's Davros. Unit. This is cool. So these are probably all going to be different things that showed up in the 1 to 8, Doctors 1 through 8, I would imagine. we'll save this for a spoiler at the end. You get one of these little images here. I usually cut these out and keep these. I don't know why, but these do poke out, so you can use those for something. And you get these little tokens you can poke out too. You can use those for something. Let's see what we got here. We've got another pop out right there, and you've got a little deck box. You can put, gives you a deck box right there. It's not the big fancy plastic ones that you probably will buy and sleeve your cards, but it does give you a deck box with the Fourth Doctor on it. Then you get the deck itself. Ooh, and we've got a little rule insert here, and that talks a little bit about just the basics of Commander play, I think. Got some imagery there. Ooh. Talking about the Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane Smith, which was his primary companion. This talks about playing the deck and general Commander rules and that plane chase variant there. So there you have that in the box here. So this is not, for those of you who are not familiar with Commander, or if you're not familiar with Magic the Gathering, then I don't know what rock you've been living under. But this is not a standalone. This is a Commander deck, which is a different type of playing Magic, and it's kind of a set way of playing it with a 100-card deck, and everything is, you only have one copy of any one card, so you're going to need to have an opponent. So this would go good against the deck I opened up previously today, the Masters of Evil. This is ripe to go against that. So now we can come in a little bit and you can see some of the cards here. There's the Fourth Doctor. This is a thick one that you can kind of use as a kind of a placeholder, but it's a card, but it's a nice thick one. You don't want to shuffle that anywhere. Use that for Commander, put that in the field there. Then you have the Fourth Doctor proper, the card for the Fourth Doctor. So and its mana cost is up here, so 2 colorless and 1 green, 1 blue. And it's a legendary, so you need a legendary to be a Commander. That's kind of cool there. All right. There is Sarah Jane Smith, legendary creature, and you can see she's a Doctor's companion there. And the rest of these we'll just kind of go through real quick. This is not meant to be a full-on coverage of the thing. You just want to give you an example of some of the cards. You know, you got to have some surprises. And these are all, that's a later Time Lord. These are all from different episodes of the show and different Doctors. K9. Ooh, 500-Year Diary. Look at that. There's Ace. She has a baseball bat, I think, or a bat. The 5 Doctors. I think that was a separate episode. I think they did like a movie for that. Gallifrey, that's where they're from. There's the First Doctor. There's the Second Doctor. Third Doctor. Where's, oh, the Fourth Doctor's. Where's the fourth? Fifth Doctor. Sixth Doctor. Seventh Doctor. And Eighth Doctor. And then they'll be in the next in one of the Commander decks, they'll have the 9, 10, and 11, which the 9th was the kind of the reboot of the series after a hiatus. And then the last set is the 12th and 13th Doctor. There's Ace's baseball bat. I knew that was in there. Day of Destiny. So a lot of Commander decks usually have a kind of a central theme. I mean, these look, by adding all these different Doctors, I got to believe this is going to be somewhat chaotic. I haven't had a chance to play these yet because I've just been opening them up. And again, you can go look at the earlier video and get the history of my relationship with Magic. It's a relationship. It is definitely a full-on relationship. There's a sonic screwdriver. That's kind of cool. The TARDIS. You would think every one of these decks would have the TARDIS. Well, I mean, all the Doctor decks should have a TARDIS, right? You know, it's bigger on the inside. Got some land in here. When I was opening up the earlier deck, I was like, is there enough land in here? But then I realized that it was kind of strewn throughout the... Got some tokens. It was strewn throughout the deck. So there you have it. I've got some interesting tokens there. They are double-sided, of course. Cool. Very cool. There you have it. That is what you get in a deck of a Blast from the Past with the 4th Doctor. Oh, got a little game aid there on your turn. Well, that's kind of cool, the copy token. And then, we can't leave out the, we got to open up the mystery pack, right? It's nothing without the mystery pack. So let's see what we got in here. You're getting a full open here. Boom, 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 boom. Drum roll, please. All right, makeover montage. We don't need that. The 1st Doctor. Is that a different art? Or is that a different card? Interesting. And a flesh duplicate. Well, that's just interesting there. Okay. So the 1st Doctor, let's see, where were those pesky little doctors at? Let's look at the 1st Doctor. Yep, same card. So I got gypped. That's me. That's what normally happens when I open up a pack. Anyway, there you have it. That is what you get in in a box of a Blast from the Past. Love to know your thoughts on this. Are you excited about this Commander deck? I was somewhat hesitant about, the whole IP specific decks or themed decks, but I go into a little bit more of that in the previous video, so I don't want to rehash all that here. But there you have it. There's a quick look, and I'll probably put some pics after this if you want to see some of the cards a little bit up close. But I probably won't go through all of them. Anyway, love to know your thoughts, comments, the good, bad, the ugly, whatever you want to talk about. Just keep it civil in the comments down below. I hope you're having a great Saturday. If you're not watching this on a Saturday, hope you're having a good day, whatever day it is. Take care. Bye. You thought you got rid of me that easy, huh? No, I forgot. There's a life dial in here, or life counter to keep track of your life as a commander. You start off at 40, and this keeps track of your life, so you got to have that. And then here's that die that goes with the plane chase. Now I can throw that away, but there's the die there. It's got 2 sides marked, and everything else is just that right there. There you go. Now on to some of the picks. Thanks for watching.